So ISO 20022 is a messaging standard. Doesn't have anything to do with settlement. That's a common misconception that a lot of people have had, and a misnomer that people have said for there's these ISO tokens for a long time. And I've always explained that it's a messaging standard that is the precursor or prelude to the ability to start settling real time. The majority of everybody has already transferred over at this point. Beginning last year was the hard cut over. I believe they were at like 97% adoption rate. What that is the thing that I could provide an analogy for that I think most people would understand is a shipping container. Doesn't matter what port you go to in the world, doesn't matter what train you get on, doesn't matter what ship you get on, they're all built to use the same shipping container. You could go to Tokyo, Japan, you could go to Hong Kong, China, you could go to India, you could go to the Strait of Hormuz, you could go to the West Coast here on the US, you could go to the Gulf of America. Any of those ports are all going to have the same equipment in order to be able to facilitate the transfer of those containers that house whatever they hold. That's kind of what ISO is. It's a standardized messaging layer that everybody adheres to so that they don't have to reconcile data. If everybody had different equipment and different infrastructure in order to be able to support logistics, we wouldn't have a globalized logistics. The shipping would not be able to work at scale the way that it does. And that's the friction that we've experienced in payments for a long time on the messaging component is everybody had their data structured in a different way based on how they held that in their ecosystem. And when they sent it to somebody else, they received it and it's out of order for whatever they have in their system. So they got to reconcile it. Takes them some time to do that. And then they can finally settle after that reconciles. Now that they've removed that friction, everything's streamlined on this side for the messaging, they can now move to a system where we do have instant settlement because there's no reconciliation. Same thing with the DTCC. They've moved to back-end reconciliation, and now they're going to be implementing settlement. It's one before the other, but they are mutually exclusive. So, I think it's highly probable that they could roll out instant settlement prior to that date, for sure.